Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Folktale. And on this episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off.
Any peasants.
For those of you who may have missed the last episode, we went ahead and started a new level because they have integrated a few new things into the game that you wouldn't be able to take advantage of if you were playing on an older version. So I want to see the new stuff they're putting into it. We'll definitely get to the point where we go back and we try to create a level from scratch and go all the way through the entire game and see everything the game has to offer. But that's not going to be just yet. Like we're basically testing out the game and trying it and seeing whether we like it or not. I already know I like it, but I'm hoping you guys will like it as well. Let's see, can I get this to go way over here? No, there's a couple things in the way, it seems. What if we do this? How about I put another one down? No, those rocks right there are going to be in the way. So I need to get somebody to come over here and mine these rocks, I think. Let me find this guy. What are you doing? He's carrying firewood. So I'm going to have him come over here and say...
Right away.
Mine this rock if I can. I don't know if I can, though. Like, it doesn't seem like she wants to. Can I not get rid of this rock? I think you can. May have to put a stone quarry out here or something just to do that. No, it doesn't seem like she wants to do that. So unless maybe she has that role, she's not willing to exercise that. Yeah, we'll have to mess around with that at some point down the road so that I can make sure that... I don't think I can get her to do this up here either, where I want to put that. But that's all right. The majority of the base is protected. Just having people down here to be able to do this stuff. Let's see, can we get you right here? She's going to go ahead and do that wall anyways because she's down here. So let's get this over here as well so these things can help out. And I think I'll put this one a little closer by. Ah, really, I can't put it closer by, but I can put it over here. So if it does get through, it's at least helping protect the area. And they're going to kill these spiders off pretty easily, to be honest. So that shouldn't be a thing. And even if I can't put down a wall, I think I can still put down the tower, so that should be fine as well. Now, these things are producing cotton finally. You can see them over here. They're, grabbing the cotton from the fields. They're taking it over here. And then from there, the tailors will go ahead and grab that cotton and they'll start making clothing. Now, I have upgraded some of the cotton fields. I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading the tailor. You don't necessarily need 4 people in every building to start with. Sometimes you only need 2. Sometimes you only need 1 person in there. So you don't have to max it out. There are a few buildings I would suggest maxing out, such as the stone and the wood. Wood, again, is always used. We may have 1,100 right now, but I guarantee you in just a little bit we're going to be completely gone of our wood. Stone, we've been mining it since pretty much the beginning of the game, and I only have 80. So you can see just how fast you go through that. And once you start upgrading your buildings, actually making them stronger, you're going to notice that, it's going to go even faster. Let me click on this. I want to build a gatehouse so my guys can get out. It's something I wasn't able to do before. So we'll do it right there. That way they can get out. Let's go ahead and close that up. Construct a wall. No, where's the gate? Where is the gate? How do I close it? It's a wall, I get it, but... I want to close the gate. Open gate. There we go. So we want to close that gate. And then I want to see if maybe I can add... What is this? Barracks? No. Maybe I can add one of these things in here? No, I can't do that. What if I click on it? Upgrade. Construct stairs. Yeah, let's go ahead and construct stairs on this side of the wall so my guys can get up there. And I believe they can defend the area once they're up there as well. So that's kind of cool. So fishing hut has been built. I need to build a windmill and a bakery to finish off that quest. But again, those are going to increase your culture. So you don't necessarily have to do them. You can see right now my clothing is going up. It's at 109 right now. And I can check it myself. I can always go into my inventory and see what's going on here. I got 115. I got 220 steak and 815 firewood. So I got plenty of firewood at the moment. What I really need is a little bit more food. And you can see that was part of the quest to go ahead and build that next little building to kind of raise that up a little bit faster. But I'm going to go with clothing. And I think the next one I'm going to do is mead. Get that going. Because that's going to be the next set of challenges that you need to have. And This game is a little unforgiving when it comes to the challenges. If you fail to build what you need to build in a proper amount of time, and they say, hey, we need some meat, and you just don't get to it in time, your people will start leaving the town. They'll just be like, hey, you're not meeting our expectations. I want meat, and I want it now. So everybody leaves, and your whole place just pretty much falls apart. They have said that that is going to change when your place starts falling apart, or when you roll back. If you start getting rid of some of your buildings, your culture rating will go down. Unfortunately, the needs don't go down with it just yet. It's supposed to, I think, down in the future, but so you can't quite cheat, because that's what I was going to try to do. Is I was going to get my culture rating. I think you have to get it up to 200, or is it 400? 200. So it has to be at least 200 before you can start upgrading your houses. I was going to get it up to 200, upgrade all my houses, and then sell one of my buildings and get rid of that culture rating so it drops under 200. And I'd have like, 15, 16 more people than I'm supposed to have. And I'd be able to do a lot more stuff than you're really supposed to be able to do. But that didn't really work right, because I don't think they want you to do that in the first place. And second, you really shouldn't. You just kind of play the game the way it was meant to be played, because as long as you're upgrading and you know what's coming, that's the key. You kind of have to know what's coming. And I do wish that they would let you know ahead of time. Maybe the governor comes out and says, now that they got this, one of the things they always bug me about is, hey, we need meat as well. And so you might want to go ahead and start thinking about setting up the groundwork for that. Just to give you a heads up, because once they start using the 50 mead or 60 mead, I think it's just 50 mead that they start you with, it goes by really quickly if you have a whole bunch of people. You may already have 60 people. They use that in just a couple of seconds, and they love their meat. I mean, who doesn't? But it's kind of crazy just how much they go through. So we're still in the happiness rating. We're still 4 happy. Clothing is still good. I could raise that up a little bit. Food variety is still kind of giving us that -1. Overcrowding is fine. Nobody's really overcrowded. And mead production is nowhere to be seen. So let's go ahead and look at that. We may have to build a iron mine, a blacksmith, before we can build the mead. A monastery trains monks and ferments honeycombs into barrels of mead, which can later be consumed at the tavern. So this is going to be the thing we're going to build. Let's see, where do I want to build it? You want space around it, but you still want it to be within a distance of the storage yard, so that you can actually use that storage yard and they don't have to travel too far. Let's see, how about right here, maybe? Yeah, like that. That's going to be good. So I'm going to let them finish building that. I'm going to put a few honeycomb fields around it. The more, the better. I think this building, once it's upgraded, can have up to like 12 people working at it. So you could technically have at least 12 of these farms on there. Doesn't mean you have to build them all at one time. You can, as you upgrade the building, you can build more of these things to go with it. But I have noticed that the honey farm, or the honeybees, they don't produce as much as, say, the wheat fields or the cotton fields. They seem to be a little bit less on the producing side, so having more of them seems to help you get a little bit more meat a little bit faster. And what do they use? They use 50 wood and 40 gold, which is just another reason that you're going to need more gold, guys. You're going to need lots and lots of gold in this game. So start that early, and then you won't be kind of rushed for it later down the road. Let's see, right there. Yeah, right there. And you may be looking at the building and being like, why can't I build closer to it? Well, the building actually does change as you upgrade it. It changes color, sometimes it changes size, and it changes shape as well. Completed. So, you might have to take into account that that building looks small right now, but it may not be small later. Okay, so we got that going on. As soon as we get some people in here, although we don't have any space for them just yet, I am going to go ahead and build the next part, which is the tavern. So where's the tavern? Butchery, bakery, there's the tavern. And I have everything I need for that, yeah. And I'm going to put that close enough to the... Construction completed. Close enough to the monastery that they can get out here and get to it, but far enough away that my people can get to it a little bit easier and they don't have to travel as far. So let's put that there. And as soon as they're done building, they'll come back down there and do that. once they are done with that, I'm going to build a couple more houses, get some people in here to actually work in that building. It is going to raise my culture rating up, which is why I waited to the very end, because once the infrastructure is in place, I can just send people to work in both of these buildings and I'll be done with it. So I'll get 5 people per building, and I need 4 people in this building and 4 people in this building, so I'll need a total of 8 more people. And there's a few other buildings that only have, you know, like 3 people working in them, so everybody's going to get to work. Really only 9 people, because you have to save that last person to go to be your builder, just in case. But we already have 1 builder, so if we count him, we'll get an additional 10, and, you know, we'll be able to send everybody to work. Now, I do have a bit of money, but I like to save that money for these hard-to-do buildings.
Has been constructed.
Here we go, leather working. Let me go ahead and... No, we don't want to increase that just yet. Let's do basic clothing to start with, and maybe the cotton, although it's going to put us pretty low down to the wire there. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're not going to expand the borders on this one just yet. Okay, so that should be good. What is stone? Stone is still upgrading really slowly, but it's okay. We don't need stone as much just yet. Once we start getting into the upgrading them tiers, now that we're past 200, we could do that, but we don't necessarily need to just yet. I don't want to raise our culture any higher, any faster than it needs to be, and it goes up pretty fast on its own. I'm one of those people who, if there's a building to be made, I want to build it. You know, like, I want to see what it does. I want to have it there so that when I need it, it's already done. Unfortunately, if you do that in this one, you're gonna run into some issues. Let's see.
Completed.
We need to lower this down a tiny bit. We might have to, yeah, let's raise up clothing actually, and then we can raise it back up to full. They are getting mad that there's not enough food. How is there not enough food? Oh, because we're adding more people? Yeah, there's not enough food, guys. We're not making near enough. So let's actually lower that down. We'll lower food rating down, and I'll lower this down so people are happier. Alright, and we need to add a couple more people into this as soon as possible, but I'm going to let them finish building that tavern, and then we'll add some houses, which is going to make the matter even worse, because then we're going to have more people eating what little food we have and not adding to it just yet. So this is going to be a thing, guys. Oh, man. Let's get that right there. And if we had built what they wanted us to build, the windmill and the bakery, we would have a decent amount of food coming in. But we didn't do that. We skipped that step because I thought maybe skipping this step would help us kind of get ahead of the curve. Not really helping out too much yet. Let's go into here. How much is it to upgrade?
The building has been constructed.
We can upgrade
Not
that?
enough stone blocks.
Oh, we can upgrade that. Another 40 stone? Okay. So let's build one house. That's going to give us the people we need to get one more guy in here. And 1 guy in each one of these, in the monastery and the tavern, get those going. Actually, you don't really need to put anybody in the tavern right away. Having them in the monastery will allow them to start stockpiling the honey, the fermented honey, and I think even the mead. And then, of course, once they want to actually drink the mead, they need to go to the tavern. So we can just put the extra guys in the monastery and be done with it until we build that windmill. Like, we need to build a windmill. We need to get that bakery going. It's going to cost us a little bit, but we can definitely do it. So let's give ourselves time to do that and get this going. We've got to get somebody else in here just a little bit more. Let's go in here. Where's our food? Food is still pretty low. Let's look at how much we got. We're down to 38. 38 is not good. Not good at all. Okay, so now that we got that, we should be able to add somebody in here.
Training this person will leave you without any peasants.
Okay, so because we haven't gotten the next one. Even though we are getting a new one here, we haven't gotten them yet, and so therefore it doesn't work. Do we add another fishing village? Do you think, guys, we should add another fishing village?
Our village has attracted new settlers.
We could. Increases production of fish by 1. We have the cash to do it. Yeah, let's go ahead and build that. Now that we got somebody else here, we're going to add them into it. You know, every little fish helps. 66.
New villagers have arrived.
66 fish at the moment. Let's do a. Let's do the windmill. I mean, we got the resources for it. Yeah, it's going to use pretty much all our iron, but that's alright. We can do it. We got to. Now we do need space around this. It's going to do the exact same thing as the monastery. You're going to put farms around it, and you need actually a fair bit of space, guys, because the farms are... You can put a lot of them. You can put, you know, wheat farms for the bread. You can put, you know, carrot farms for just the plain carrots. And I think that's the route we're going to go, is just the carrots. Although it produces the least amount of food out of the whole thing is carrots. You go through carrots like crazy. You could have 60 carrot farms down here and it would not matter. You're not going to produce enough to keep up with it. I've never been able to. I don't know why that's the case, but it definitely makes it challenging. You know, it gives you something to kind of work towards in that. Let's see, what are these? 25 wood? That's not bad at all. So let's do right there. Can we get you in there? Yes, we can. It's getting rid of a little bit of our wood, but I'd rather get rid of a little bit of the wood than go hungry. Let's see, can we get you? There we go.
Construction
And
completed.
we'll go with one more for now. We'll put this on this side. So we have room for the houses to stay where they're at. There we go. Now, when you click on the farm, you can specify what it's going to be making. Corn, or yeah, the carrots or the wheat. I'm going to have most of these wheat. I'm going to have 1 and 2 as carrots. You want to specify that right off the bat so they know what's going on there. Now, once they do this, they still need to have somebody change that wheat into bread. So that's what the bakery comes into play on that one.
Building completed.
On my way.
There we go. We got 1 guy in there. How many guys do we have left? 2. And we got 4 in there already. Yeah, we got 4 in there. Okay, let's look at this. How are we doing? Still 7 on the positivity rating. We'll go up and get a little bit more coin. That way we can upgrade that fishery wharf a little faster. And upgrade this one as well. Because if you can upgrade this one, you'll start getting a little bit of food faster in that. Let's see. How about a bakery? Can we build a bakery? Oh, we need 20 iron, and we don't have a marketplace, so we can't buy the iron. We could build a marketplace. We have the resources for it. Or we could just build the blacksmith, but that requires people. I think I'm going to just buy the stuff, actually, so let's do that. I didn't really want to build this thing yet. It's going to take... okay, where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put this? Someplace that doesn't need space too much. Let's do it right over here. We'll let somebody build that. Yep, okay, so we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit too much. Kind of have to roll it back, slow it down a little bit before we get too big for our britches here. Let's see, is a monastery guy here? We haven't even put any warehouses down. Our guys are walking like miles away. And I will have to do that here pretty soon. Can I upgrade this one? No, I cannot upgrade that one. Okay. What about over here? Oh, you know what? They do tend to come over here quite a bit with those spiders. So I am going to build a wall right here just for good measure if I can. Nope, it does not seem to want to let me build a wall right there. How about... Nope, not there either. Really? Nowhere over here, actually.
Our stone cutters need to chisel more stone blocks before we can do that.
Oh, okay, so we just don't have enough stone. Well, I can't use stone. I thought that was going to be wood. We have plenty of wood right now. Actually, a little bit too much on wood. I could actually fire one of those guys and send them to work someplace else. Maybe over here at the windmill. But, you know, I think my big problem is people are just traveling too far to get to where they're going. I'm too spaced out. Because I know what's coming. You know, like I know what they're going to be doing and what they're going to be buying. Let's see, I need iron ingots. We need to buy just 10 of them. There we go. We got what we need now. I need to make a bakery. Where are you at, bakery? Oh, 100 stone. There we go. Now I got it. Where do I want to put this? Somewhere they can buy close, but still leave me room to build stuff. Let's put it right there. Alright, and we still have to put somebody in the bakery to actually make the bread. But as soon as we get that food going, there we go, 170 already. We're doing pretty good. Now let's look at this. I need to upgrade these. I don't need to be building more. I need to upgrade them. So 200 stone. We really really need to be working on our stone somehow. Maybe now that I got 1,200 gold, I can go ahead and upgrade this. It does have a lot of upgrades to it as far as research goes. So this one will give me 5 more stone blocks. This one will give me 5 more stone blocks. So let's go ahead and do that. They're pretty quick as well. They don't really take that much time. You can see it right there. It's counting down the little gray area, almost a little clock doing that. It even tells you the time. It's 20 seconds. 20 seconds is the amount of time it's going to take on that one. Construction is complete. So they are building the stuff I have asked them. We've got a bakery in here. Can I get somebody in here? Yep. Okay, we got one guy in the bakery.
Their bags and leaving.
Oh no, what's going on? Ooh, wow. Okay, let's lower that down to 0. What do they want? Not enough mead. Wow, we already got into the mead phase? My guys are not ready for that. Holy crap, guys. We went way too fast, way too early, and yeah, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot here. This is not going to end well. Let's do firewood max, all of this max. We'll go up to food max because that's going to help that rating be a little bit less than it is now. But, geez, no, we need to get some people into this one.
Training this person will leave you without any peasants.
City Watch has sent reinforcements. Okay, that's the last thing I needed. Send more reinforcements, which makes it where now I have more troops to feed.
Ready to serve.
And I don't have enough to feed the troops that I have, which is why they left first. Those guys did leave first. So let's send you over here to, unfortunately, die a very horrible, horrible death. But at the very least, you'll free up a few slots that I desperately need. What do I do? What do I do, guys? I need to fire some people.
We can't train any more specialists here just now.
There you go. You dare interrupt Brolo while he convenes with the spirits of the ancient? Brothers, awaken from your trance and cast down these planewalkers. So they're going to do their little thing over there.
The enemy is in our village.
Let's see. Who can I fire? You're going to be demoted. You're going to be demoted. You're going to be demoted. And you guys are going over here to be hired.
Training this person will leave you without any peasants.
All right. And you guys are just getting decimated over here. Yep. But this is right. The guard tower is now up and running, so it's going to get ahead take some of this these guys on, and you'll see my main guys over here as well. So if they come over, they can definitely help with that. As long as my peons don't really go too far over, they should be good.
For duty.
Oh, here it comes. Let's get that in there. Let's do shield bash to stun him, and then we'll go ahead and do our decisive victory on him. Didn't quite kill him, but it does a lot of damage. So there we go, 3 in there. We don't have anybody in the tavern, so we need to take somebody from one of these buildings. You can definitely be taken from this building. We'll demote you and get you over here. How many people do we have, actually? Let me click off of everybody.
Training this person will leave you without any peasants.
Okay, so we got 2 people coming to the tavern. We need to start getting some of that in there. Food is dramatically going down. We must have lost... No, we're just giving too much of it away. So let me go ahead and knock that down a tab to 1. Because my happiness right now is even. So if I can keep that the way it is, maybe survive long enough for us to get this going. I may even have to come in here and get rid of a few of the stone workers because I can do without them. They're not a necessity. They're just a luxury at the moment. And let's put one more in here.
Really? The only way someone is getting in there is if someone dies, is fired, or we make it bigger.
Okay, we'll put a person in the...
Training this person will leave you without any peasants.
I don't know why I put 3 people in there. I don't want 3 people in here. 1 person is fine.
Settlers have arrived looking for a fresh start.
We do need somebody in the tailor. And we need 1 more guy over here. Let's check this out. 3 people in there is good. How's everybody doing? 2 people, 1 people, 1 people. There we go. I guess it's not people if it's 1, but it's 1 person anyways. 1 guy in there. New settlers have arrived. Okay, let's put them in here. We'll get this going at full speed. Yes, it is. Get the tavern going at full speed. And get the Tailor's Emporium going at full speed.
Training this person will leave you without any peasants.
As well as, let's see what else we got. Bakery. Bakery is just for extra food, which we're definitely going to need here pretty soon. Weaver's Hut isn't at full speed either. I think things are getting a little bit better. They're getting the mead they want. There's 52 mead coming in right now, 62 mead. I need to transfer a little bit of that, just a little bit. So let's take one guy away from this, demote you, and get you over here to the food. Where's the food? Let's get you onto the windmill.
Okay.
There we go. 4 people in there. I think I could do with just 3 people, to be honest. So let's get one of you to leave. Get you over here as well.
Ta-ta.
Go ahead and start. You can see there actually is wheat in the fields that they have not harvested yet. So that's not the problem. The bakery is not the problem. They need to come over here and actually get the wheat first. Then the bakery will make bread out of it. And so if we can get a little bit more stone coming in, it definitely is, but it's taken a while for that to happen. We should be able to recover from this pretty much disastrous turn of events that I got too far ahead in the culture rating too quickly. And even though I knew it was coming and I had all the buildings done, it just did not work out the way I was planning it to work out. So you got to be very, very careful. But once you know how to do it and you get to that stage, everything really works very smoothly with one another. It's just that period in between the changes where you're going from one thing to the next. Clothing, I don't know if clothing can keep up with how much I'm giving it. Oh wow, 23. So let's knock clothing down, let's knock firewood down, and let's knock food down. And they'll stay at 6. I just won't charge any taxes for now. Let all that stuff recover, because there's 4 woodcutters. So they went in there. I guess I put them in there a minute ago. But yeah, we got to recover. Where clothing is really low, our food is really low, and the meat is actually pretty high. But I want mead to be high because I don't want to run out of that again. So I'll keep it the way it is for now. Let me go ahead and loot this stuff. Got a belt, physical 3 armor. That's not too bad. And there's some kind of little, plant out there that we could definitely get as well. Now, I think I will build another hut here because we're going to build these huts anyways down in the future. And right now I need the extra guys to go ahead and start doing what we need to be doing. So let's go ahead and get this thing built right here. All right, get 5 more guys in here will allow me to finish the windmill, get that up and running all the way, and get a couple more people in the bakery as well. The bakery needs to start producing food. You can see it is right now. There's 3, there's 6, it's going up, it's going down, just not producing enough. It needs to take a little bit of the strain off of the fish, so the fish can actually start building up. They produce a lot of freaking fish, and it's been upgraded quite a bit. It just can't keep up with it all by itself, so it definitely needs a little bit more help inside that bakery before it gets to the point of just collapsing on its own weight and too many people. But when we add another person in, of course, that's more mouths to feed. So it's kind of like, it's going to be hurting you, but not so much that it's not going to be helping, because these people are going to be going to producing more food. So it's going to really hurt the other industries where they're not producing stuff, such as tailoring and beer. But in those situations, I have 100 extra in tailoring, and I have 367 extra in beer right now, so I'm not really hurting in those. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Get this going. Let's see, how are people liking it? 8 on the satisfaction rating. I'm not making too much money, actually, just a little bit here and there. We do need to get one more person into this hunting lodge because he was hunting meat.
A building has been constructed.
And you'll see in here I have 192 meat. You may think that's a lot, but once I construct a butcher, which we're probably going to do here fairly soon to get a little bit extra food coming in, you're going to need a lot more meat. So that's definitely something we're going to have to do now. Has anybody come in just yet? Not yet. There it is. There's going to be our first guy. And I'm going to send him to work in the bakery
have arrived.
as soon as he gets here.
Right
So
away.
there you go. Actually got several people.
Really?
So we're going to max this out. Bakery is going to have maxed. We're also going to max out the windmill so they can start producing a lot more of this stuff as fast as possible. Let me actually come in
Our
here and
village has
see.
attracted new settlers.
They are producing 5 at a time. I could upgrade that, maybe produce an extra 1 flower. Yeah, 1 flower there. Irrigation has to be level 2, so I'm going to hold off on that for now. I'm going to hold off because I think I want the stone to be upgraded. I need to put a couple more people into that so we can start upgrading our houses. I may have to build 1 more house, but I want to get that food situation working very, very well before we do that. So we got 3 people. Let's go ahead and put one of them to work. What about you? This is a tavern. You're good. You don't need 4. Tailor. I think the tailor's okay. Yeah, I think the tailor's okay. What about you guys down here? You're good. You guys are definitely good. What about the beer? 3. Alright, we need to put some more people in here.
Be right there,
Training
darling.
this person will leave you without any peasants.
Because these are 200 apiece. Let me look at that. 200, 400, and 300. Now, I do have 1100 wood, and you can see it's not really changing. It's because I don't have an extra storage yard. They only can hold so much at one time before they're maxed out. So let's go ahead and put one of these things down a little bit closer by to this over here. In fact, I can put it right here on the corner. One right there. And I'll probably put another one over here.
We may need our stone cutters to work harder if we want to do that.
Oh, dang, they're using stone on that one too? That sucks. But yeah, I definitely need to put one over here somewhere so they can get to it a little bit easier. Maybe right here on the corner. So these guys can just kind of come down here across the bridge. Or maybe right over here next to this dead tree so they don't have to walk across that bridge. They're already right there. Because if they're going to walk across the bridge, they can just might as well come over here to the supply wagon and get it there. But your citizens have to walk over there to get the food. So if I put one up here, which I'm bound to do because I'm going to put an iron mine up here, they're going to need to be able to get there and eat food. These guys will be able to walk up there and get food as well. So that's going to be a thing down the road, but not just yet. Now I could upgrade. I could definitely, you know, tell them get a little bit more money off of these guys. Let's actually do that. One, that's too close. We're going to do that. And eventually we'll raise up what they're getting as far as tailoring goes and, you know, the food and the beer. Like beer I could probably raise up right now, but I like to have that buffer. And I don't have a high enough buffer just yet. Not for my liking. Not after what we just went through, so we're gonna be a little bit more cautious. Let's see, you guys are doing fine. Is anybody doing the carrots? Yeah, carrots just never have enough. Now you can upgrade these buildings as well and have more people working in them, which means you could have more farms available. And of course, when you increase the size, that's when it really comes into play. Then you could have like 15, 20 farms around every single one of these windmills, rather than building multiple windmills.
Marauders are ransacking our village.
All right, so he's attacking. Let's go ahead and use our extra defense. We'll use area effect, get that going in there, and we'll do a shield bash to stun the enemy. We also did get a level, so let me go ahead and do that into his mind so that he has a little bit more power. We can go ahead and kill this guy off real quick. Come on, do your decisive... Oh, I used taunt instead of decisive victory. That sucks. Alright, so we got 3 guys there instead of... Wow, I don't know if he's going to win this one. 3 guys against Sir Gregory. That's going to be a tough fight. Come on, kill this guy off. Kill him. Actually, Sir Gregory, run. Run over here. Run. If you can taunt him over here, these archer guys can definitely help you out. If not, yeah, that's going to spell doom for a lot of my guys. Come on. I cannot risk losing that. Cannot risk losing that. Come on, do it. Decisive victory. There we go. You are dead.
Today you die.
That's right, punk.
Horribly.
Today you die horribly. Just like you deserve. Alright, can we do it? Can we do it, guys? It's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. Oh, somebody's coming over to help him out? Nope, nobody is going to help him out. Sir Gregory is on his own. Can we do decisive victory yet? Yes, we can. Not going to kill him exactly, but it's going to do a lot of damage to him. That's why it's nice to have that extra power in situations like this. It might save your butt, and it definitely did ours. So let's go ahead and pick these things up, pick that up, and get you back over here to regenerate. Wow, okay. That was rough. I was not planning on doing that just yet. Okay, so why that has been working, how's everything else going? Food, 189 on the bread, so that's going up. We still need to work on the food, though. The food's just not where I like it to be. But stone is more important, because that's going to be the key to upgrading everything. So let's just get that over with, because we have to. 5 extra stone blocks. And expand borders, we really don't need to do that one. This is like an infinite source of stone. You can't really do better than that. Of course, there is stone blocks around here, so if you happen to upgrade this building so you can have 8 or 12 workers, only 4 of them can work on this one little area right here, and that's when the other ones will go off and, collect the stone from around you, and as you increase the size of the building, the radius at which they can mine, they have more options to do that. But again, not really that big of a deal. It's not something we really need to concentrate on. Let's go ahead and loot all of this goodies that they've been getting for us. This wall right here. We might have to add another wall. Oh, that's going to use stone, so we're going to hold off. Okay, 135 stone. We just need to stop building. This is when it comes down to just stop building. Everything's working good. Let it add up, and then go ahead and do something else. And that's one thing that I forgot to do on this one, is I just kept doing it, kept building, trying to get ahead of the curve, and what I was ended up doing was actually knocking myself further back. So we did get an upgrade right here. Let's go to it again, see if there's anything new. Just to expand the borders, and I'm fine with not expanding those borders. What else do we want to do? Food. We want to expand, so let's see, can the fishing hut be expanded anymore? It can. We'll get an extra 1 fish and expand the border, so we'll just get the extra 1 fish for now. I do have 800, so let's see. Can we do the bakery? Might have to do both, but let's do one for the bakery. We'll get 1 extra bread for each one of these, and so we'll do both of those. 1 extra bread may not sound like a big deal, but it can mean the difference, as you saw right there. It did not take long to start producing mead, but once you do, they just you know, slam it and grab it and just eat and drink everything that you're making as fast as possible. And so that 1 extra could mean the difference between your whole civilization collapsing around you or not. And I prefer the not part. Like, I don't want that to happen. So again, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I do want to thank you guys for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, I would highly suggest you go on to Steam, check the game out, hit that thumbs up on there, write a little review, let the people know that you've seen videos for it, you think it looks cool, whatever the case may be. Even if it's as simple as say, hey, this game looks sweet, I can't wait to play it. It helps the game company out, it helps people find the game. And if you like games like this and you want to see more of them in the future, it helps the game companies know that, and then of course they will produce more of it as well. So it's in your interest to do that. Again, guys, until next time, I'm AC Gamer, and I'll catch you all next time.